What if I told you that the most powerful business empires in India didn't begin with money, they began with nothing but fire in the heart? That behind the shining towers and million-dollar companies are stories of barefoot boys selling tea at railway stations, of young dreamers who couldn't afford rent but dared to rent their destiny? That the secret to building a $100,000 empire is not capital. It is conviction, and it's buried deep inside you, waiting to be unleashed. You've been told that you need investors, rich parents, fancy offices. But the hidden formula of India's most unstoppable businessmen proves something shocking. Money is not the fuel. Hunger is. They didn't wait for funding. They created value from thin air. They built empires out of scars, not salaries. Imagine standing on a dusty street with nothing in your pocket, but a blazing vision in your soul. Every person passing by sees a struggling nobody, but you see a future empire. This is exactly how countless Indian entrepreneurs started. They embraced the pain of scarcity as a weapon, not a weakness. They turned rejection into rocket fuel. And if they can do it, so can you. To build a $100,000 empire from $0, you must first kill the illusion that money builds businesses. It doesn't. Ideas, execution, and relentless consistency do. Every rupee you will ever earn begins not in your bank account, but in your mind. Think of Dhirubhai Ambani. He started as a petrol station attendant, counting coins, yet saw the future of an industrial empire. Or Narayana Murthy, born into a middle-class family, rejected by investors, yet he built Infosys with borrowed money and unbreakable belief. These weren't men with resources, they were men with resourcefulness. And that is the first step of the hidden formula: mindset over money. Stop asking, where will I get money? Start asking, how can I create value so powerful that money chases me? The wealthiest Indian businessmen are not magicians. They are architects of value. They found problems no one was solving and solved them so well that the world paid them for it. That power lies inside you too. But to awaken it, you must do something most people never dare. Commit to your dream, even when you have nothing. Because once your mind is fully committed, the world bends to make it real. Once your mind is forged in fire, strategy becomes your sword. Every empire that rose from nothing began with a single rule: start where you are, with what you have, and who you know. The myth is that you need a perfect product, office, or big launch. The truth? Ritesh Agarwal, the founder of OYO Rooms, began with just a borrowed laptop and the courage to knock on hotel doors. He didn't wait to build a business. He created value on day one by solving someone's pain, helping small hotels fill their empty rooms. That is your blueprint too. Find a painful problem and become obsessed with solving it. Look around your world right now. Inside your city, your neighborhood, your phone contacts, there are unmet needs hiding in plain sight. Businesses are not born in boardrooms. They are born in frustration. Maybe it's a local shop that struggles to go online. Maybe it's a small creator who can't market their work. Maybe it's people who want healthy food but can't find affordable options. When you solve their problem without asking for money up front, you create trust. And trust is currency. The first income you need is not cash, it's credibility. Here's the hidden formula Indian businessmen use. Leverage skills, build trust, monetize value. First, take inventory of your skills. Writing, coding, design, marketing, anything. Then, use those skills to help someone for free or at a very low cost. This gives you testimonials, results, and reputation. Once people see you as the go-to person for solving a specific problem, they start paying. This is how you turn zero capital into momentum. Because when people trust you, they bring you business. And business brings money. Most people quit because they wait to be ready. The truth is, readiness is a lie. Action creates readiness. Every legendary Indian entrepreneur jumped before they felt ready and built their wings on the way down. That's how they converted time into equity, sweat into shares, and dreams into destiny. This is your second step. Build value first, income second. When you lead with service, success follows like a shadow. Momentum is fragile, but if you protect it, it becomes unstoppable. Once you've created value for a few people and earned their trust, the third stage begins: scaling. This is where most dreamers collapse and where empire builders rise. Because scaling isn't about working harder, it's about building systems that work even when you're sleeping. Think of Baiju Ravindran, who began teaching a handful of students in classrooms, then used technology to teach millions through Baijus. He didn't multiply his effort. He multiplied his impact through systems. That's how you must think now. Start by documenting what works. If you sold a service, write down the steps that got you clients. If you built a product, write down how you made and delivered it. Turn your personal hustle into a repeatable process. Then automate or delegate. Use free tools, freelancers, or partners. Many Indian entrepreneurs built teams not by hiring expensive employees, but by inspiring hungry friends to work for equity, commission, or shared vision. You don't need money to build a team. You need a mission people believe in. Next, create multiple income streams around your core skill. If you offer a service, build a low-ticket digital product teaching others how you do it. If you sell a product, add a subscription model or complementary upsells. This is how you stack revenue without spending extra capital. Remember, wealth is built by multiplying value, not time. The richest Indian businessmen don't trade hours. They build machines that print value while they sleep. And as revenue starts flowing, reinvest every rupee back into growth. Marketing, better tools, wider reach. Don't spend your first earnings on lifestyle. Spend them on leverage. Every empire builder went through this season of silent reinvestment while others mocked them. They lived small so they could build something big. They planted every seed of income back into the soil of their dream until it became a forest. This is how your empire crosses the invisible bridge from survival to unstoppable growth. Because once your systems run without you, your empire is no longer fragile. It is inevitable. Reaching $100,000 is not the end. It's the beginning of something greater. Because the true test of an empire is not how high it climbs, but how long it stands. Once you build your income engine, your next mission is to transform it into a legacy. This is where most people stop. They taste money and forget the mission. But the greatest Indian businessmen didn't build empires to impress the world. They built them to impact it. Azim Premji turned Wipro into a global giant, yet gave away most of his wealth to uplift millions. Ratan Tata led Tata Group with compassion, not greed, building businesses that outlived him because they were rooted in trust. This is the final secret. Build something that serves, not just sells. Protect your empire by building 3 shields: discipline, humility, and vision. Discipline keeps you consistent when success tempts you to relax. Humility keeps you learning when applause tries to make you arrogant. Vision keeps you expanding when comfort whispers you've made it. Every empire faces storms, market crashes, failures, betrayals. But if your foundation is service, your empire will survive them all. Because money can vanish, but meaning cannot be destroyed. And finally, never forget where you began, with nothing but fire. The same fire that carried you from $0 to $100,000 will carry you to $1 million and beyond, if you keep it alive. Your empire is not built from bricks or money. It is built from your resilience. That is the hidden formula of India's most powerful businessmen. Start with nothing, give everything, and never stop. They were ordinary people who decided to become extraordinary. You can make the same decision today. So take that first step. Knock on doors. Solve real problems. Trade comfort for commitment. Build when no one is watching. Believe when no one claps. Because years from now, the world will look at your empire and call you lucky, but you will know the truth. You were never lucky. You were relentless. And that is how you build a $100,000 empire from absolutely nothing. Don't just watch this. Prove to yourself that you were born to build more. Stop waiting for the right time. Build with what you have, where you are right now. Because every second you hesitate, someone else is building the dream you were meant to live. So if this ignited something inside you, like this video, subscribe for more unstoppable mindsets, and comment, "I will rise from zero" below, so the world witnesses your declaration. This is your moment. Claim it.